G'day everybody, where's Wally here. Reds, I did enjoy your stream today and I was so happy that you managed to jag the geosats with such a high focal length scope. Well done, old fella. Now let's just have a look at something I've got going here. G'day everybody, where's Wally here. Hey, I just wanted to let everybody have a little bit of a look at the setup. I've been calling it the Beast for a reason. I haven't got the big telescope on there yet. That's going to be the surprise for everybody when you see that thing. But this is just the 6-inch SCT on here at the moment. And Reds, I wanted to show you, this is the one I'm using. This is the one I'm using for spotting the geostationary satellites. It's only a 250mm, but it gives you a really nice field of view. And it's the guide scope for astronomy live, and that's my wide angle one. I'll show you all those in a minute. Now let me just show you how I go about getting the geosats in my sights. I reckon I can do it in under 2 minutes. First I use the wide angle to check for trees and clouds, etc., because they always love to play silly buggers. Then I use Sky Safari Pro to point to the sats that I want to see. Now note at this stage the scope is merely vertical, but it's not aligned, and I don't need to, as SharpCap will take care of it all for me. So I send the scope to the target, and then Reds, see this little button down here? If you don't use this already, you're going to love this one dearly. Click that and let the magic happen. Now SharpCap does a plate solve and it works out the pointing error, and then it syncs the scopes for you. Now all I need to do is stop tracking and crank up the shutter time to, let's say, 16 seconds. Well, that might be too much. Let's go back to 8 seconds. And there they are in under 2 minutes. Himawari8 and Himawari9. Now I want to put the two Himawaris in the top right, as there are 3 others in the bottom left, and they will brighten up before the blink out later on tonight. And Reds, here's the next bit of magic from SharpCap. It's called the click and recenter. Now, but you do need to have done a plate solve for this to work. And voila, we're centered on that other star. Now, before I finish this video with last night's geostationary satellite blinkouts, let's have a look at Saturn with the 6-inch SCT and the 2x Barlow and the ASI 486 camera. Whoops, looks like I plate solved using the wide angle, and it isn't lined up actually with the other two. So then again, I click and solve these. I click on the solve and sync button, and voila, Saturn front and center on the ED50 scope. Now I know the SCT is just slightly offset from the ED center, and there it is on the SCT. Now seeing is still a little bit murky here in Brisbane at the moment. It's only about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. The dust probably hasn't settled yet for the day. Now let's show the time lapse from last night. Flurfs, you're going to need some tissues at the ready for the tears that will flow down your cheeks. Yeah, just have a look at this before we go and play the video. Isn't that so pretty? All those green dots are geostationary satellites, and that little dark zone, they're the ones that aren't getting any sun at the moment. The blink out happens around 13:55 Zulu, and what I love is that the Earth's shadow moves right to left, one after the next. Now, what's better than one time-lapse of geostationary satellites? I know, 4 videos. Now, I've tried to synchronize these as best I could manage at 3 AM in the morning, but what I find amazing is just how quickly the time spent in the Earth's shadow is changing at the moment. From the maximum of around 70 minutes at the time of the equinox, it's now just under 54 minutes. Now, in the next few days, maybe weeks, however, that blink out time will shorten to 0. And that is when the sun is too far south for the shadow on the other side of the globe to hit the geostationary satellites 36,000 kilometers above the equator. Now, I hope to catch them on that last night as they blink out. Wish me luck and clear skies, guys. How many flurf tears is this worth, by the way, Reds?
And on the first live stream, we were able to capture geostationary satellites and capture some flat Earth butthurt. It's good shit, honestly. Very happy. Very, very happy. Very satisfied. 10 out of 10. Would recommend.